Hey, what's up everyone? This is your boy Mike, and in today's video, we are going to talk about a struct and a class. Stay tuned and let's dive right in it. So I know a lot of beginners find it difficult to understand the differences between a struct and a class. And I was once a victim, so I understand the struggle. When asked about what a struct and a class is, most programmers are going to say a struct is a value type and a class is a reference type. But what does that actually mean? So we are going to start with a real world example that is going to give you more understanding. Then later write some small code to support it. An example of a struct as a value type is Kelvin sends a project document to Blessing. She receives the document and made some small changes in it. So this will only change for Blessing and won't affect Kelvin because he has the original copy, meaning they are two different copies now. Now let's talk about a class. Another example of a class as in reference type is Blessing and Kelvin are collaborating on a shared document on Google Docs called Project. Kelvin made some changes in the document content and it reflects on Blessing's computer. Also, when Blessing makes changes on the document, it reflects on Kelvin's computer. This is because they are both reference type. With that being said, let's go ahead and write some small code to support it. This will definitely help you understand more of a class and a struct. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and open Xcode. Let's select get started with playing ground. Hit on next. You want to save it on the desktop. Great. Place. Cool. So first, let's deal with the struct phase, okay? Struct. So now we are going to create a struct of a document called document A, okay? So let's go ahead and type struct document A. So the struct, so document A has a name and also a project name, okay? So let's go ahead and write the name is going to be so type string, then the project name is also a type string, okay? Sweet. Now let's initialize the document A to Kelvin to inherit all these properties, okay? So let's go ahead and create var Kelvin is equal to document A. Nice. So Kelvin is going to have a name and with a document on the document A and has the project name, okay? So let's go ahead and give Kelvin a name on the document. So let's say Kelvin and the project name, let's go ahead and say Object C, okay? So nice. Now Kelvin is about to send a copy of this document to Blessing, okay? So let's go ahead and create Blessing and let's send a copy of the document A to Blessing. So let's go ahead and say var Blessing is going to be Kelvin. Now let's go ahead and say blessing dot name, and let's run and see if blessing has Kelvin's document. Sweet. So blessing has a document with Kelvin's name. Let's go ahead and check again, and let's see if the project name still says Object C. So let's go ahead and write blessing the project name, and let's run it. That's it, guys. Blessing has a copy of a document A with a project name called Object C, which belongs to Kelvin. Now, let's try and make some changes and let the project name to a different name, and let's use Blessing's name as the project name. And let's see if it's going to affect Kelvin's document. Let's go ahead and type this. Blessing dot name is equal to, let's say, blessing. And let's go ahead and change the project name to a different name, okay? So let's type blessing dot project name is equal to let's say Swift. Cool. Now let's run and see. Now Blessing has a project document with her name on it called Blessing. And now she still has a document with a name and with a different project name called Swift, okay? So now Blessing has a different copy of the document A. Now let's go ahead and check if this affects Kelvin's document. Now let's type Kelvin dot name. Let's go ahead and type Kelvin dot project name. Sweet. So we realize Kelvin still has his name as Kelvin on the document A, and still has Object C as the project name. So the changes only happened for Blessing, but didn't affect Kelvin. That is for Struct. Now let's go ahead and talk about a class, okay? I'm going to do this. Close this bubble right here. Jeez. Let's go ahead and write the class, okay? Class, okay? So we're going to create a class of a document B. Say class document B. So the class of a document B is going to have a name. Say name is a type string, and var project name is a type string, okay? All right, so let's go and initialize this. Let's say name is going to be string. Let's say project is going to be the type string. Good. Now let's go ahead and type this out. Self the name is going to be name self dot project name is going to be project name. Okay, nice. Let's go ahead and comment this out. Hit, you select all you need and just hit command with the backslash, and yep, everything is supposed to work out. Okay. Oh, sorry. Project name. Okay. Sweet. All right. Our error is gone. Now, what we are about to do is let's give this document B to Kelvin. Okay. Now, Kelvin is about to have a document B. So let's go ahead and create the Kelvin with a document B with a name and a project name. Okay. So let's go ahead and say, sorry. Say Kelvin and the project name. Let's say, what name should we give this? Let's say Swift. Okay. Same thing. Swift. Good. So let's run this. Nothing happened. So let's see if everything works. So Kelvin dot name, Kelvin dot project name. Let's go ahead and run this real quick. Cool. So we realize you have a document B with a name Kelvin, project name Swift. Now we double check. Everything works fine. Kelvin name, project name Swift. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and reference this to Blessing. Okay, so let's say Blessing is going to be Kelvin. Sweet. So now Blessing has a copy, a document B with Kelvin's name on it, and with a project name called Swift. Okay, cool. Now Blessing is about to make some changes and make the document hers. So let's go ahead and type Blessing dot name is equal to Blessing. And now she wants to change the document. Probably she doesn't like the name Swift, so she wants to change this to Object C. So let's go ahead and type Blessing dot project name is going to be Object C. Okay, sweet. So now we realize Blessing changed the name of the project, the name on the project to Blessing. That's her name, and she later changed the title of the project to Object C. Now let's go ahead and check if the changes that was made by Blessing affected Kelvin. So let's go ahead and type this out. Say Kelvin dot name, then Kelvin dot project. Oh, now we realize the project name, the name on the project is changed into Blessing's name, and the name of the project name changed into Object C instead of Swift. Okay, so we realized the changes that Blessing made affected Kelvin. Okay, so that's it, guys. To conclude everything, now we understand why a struct is a value type and a class is a reference type. You would want to use the struct if you want your corpus to be independent state, and you will want to use a class if you want your copies to be shared. That's it, guys. If you enjoyed the lesson, please make sure you like it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so, and I'm going to see you in the next.